All right, welcome back, my dear students. I hope you're having fun with this little application here in the course so far. But anyway, we have come very far. Right now, we are actually, uh, you know, making this action container here. Putting the buttons there. Right now, what I like to see here is a value coming from the database to each of this, a specific value from each of these rows here, right? So let's do that right now. Let's bring a value there. Let's go back to process.php, and on the text here, let's put a value here, and the value would be the title, right? So we'll say we want the title here. All right. So that would be the value of the. Let's check it, and as you can see now, we get different values there. Beautiful. All right. So now the next thing that we need is to be able to send a request to the server to update these values. Take this to the server and tell the server, listen, I want you to update this, all right, with this new value that I'm putting in these bots here. So how do we do that? Well, first we need to grab the value, right? And then we need to grab the ID of it as well. So that way we can send those both of that information to the server, right? To process it. All right. So let's start writing our jQuery. All right. All right. Perfect. And remember what I told you about dynamic data, is that we need to have the same functionality on the same page that we are creating the dynamic data, right? So let's just do this script here, and let's get, you know what, we need something like this here just to make sure. All right, we need it in the display cars. All right, make sure that you have that there. It's very important to have that there. Save it. Let's take that to the process.php page just before we write any jQuery here. All right, let's take that there as well, and then we'll have this here and there. Bring that down like this. All right. All right. So let's write some global variables here just in case. We need the ID and we need the title, right? Perfect. Now we can write some comments here and say, you know what, extract ID and title or something like that. All right, beautiful. So now how can we extract it from here? How do we check on this guy right here? Well, we're not going to be inputting a lot of this, right? It's not a many text inputs, is one, so we can use an ID. All right, we can use this car ID from here. We can use that class to get the value out. All right, let's check it out real quick. Actually, let's just make it more meaningful. How about that? We make it something a little bit more meaningful than this. Where are we gonna get? Let's go back here. Right now we can't get the ID from here. We need the ID somehow, right? Because we can get the value, that's okay. We can get it from this input, but we also need the ID. So we need to get the ID from somewhere, right? All right, so what we're going to be doing is when we click on this text input here, all right, we are going to be grabbing two things. We're going to be grabbing the ID and the title. All right, so first of all, let's actually put that somewhere. So we got the title and the value, and the title there, and then we can make a rel attribute and put the ID in there. All right, so that way we can pull it out. right here, copy that right here, and make sure that we change it for the ID. All right, and that's how we're gonna do it. All right, perfect. Let's go down. Let's try our jQuery now. Let's see if we can get it by, you know what, we should actually put a different name on this, something like title text or title input. That's more meaningful. You can use a class or you can use an ID. I just don't want to put more stuff in here. All right, so from the title input, I want to, when we actually, I'm going to use the on function, and when we put we select that, right, on that input, we'll run this function. All right, so I'm gonna grab two values when I click on this text input. Two values, the title and the ID. Beautiful. I think it's better like that. We can do it in different ways, but I think it's better. Now let's use jQuery here to extract that. Let's use you know what, this, like this, and ATR. Let's get the ID first from the rel, and the second one is going to be the title, and let's also use this, oops, and we'll just get the val out like this. You know what, and just to test this out, we can just say alert title. Let's alert title. Let's see how that works. Save it, come back here, refresh, and just click on it. Oops, there we go. So all right, you need to type down to get those values out. I think this is a lot better than, and we can use other functionality. We can use on click, blur. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other things that we can use, but I found that this is the best one to use with input, the input one. All right, so when you type, you get all those values out immediately. Beautiful. So we got that there. Let's actually put another comment here. I'm just gonna get you used to writing comments. Update, and I think this will be the last one that I do with you. All right, perfect. So now down here, what we're going to be doing is writing the functionality for the AJAX. All right, so anyway, thank you so much. On the next lecture we'll target that, and it's been a pleasure. Take care.